This is Earth. It's pretty cool, except for the fact that it isn't, and it sucks, and it's terrible. Why? Climate change, baby! By the year 2100, humanity had almost completely stopped burning fossil fuels, and yet the planet continued to warm due to the greenhouse gases that were already in the atmosphere as well as feedback loops. It was clear that somebody needed to do something fast. And so the elites of various nations decided, finally, after decades of inaction, that it was time to talk about doing something. The elites all met in Vienna to discuss a plan. They began to realize that now climate change would be irreversible without doing geoengineering. What is geoengineering, you might ask? Injecting gases into the atmosphere to cool the planet down. And this would cool the planet down, but it would not restore the lost ecosystems. Coral, dead. Polar bears, dead. Rainforests, almost completely dead. By 2100, automation had taken massive numbers of jobs that could not be easily replenished. The working class shrank and most of the population was now unemployed, with a tiny minority of rich people that owned all the machines. As a result, in many nations, citizens began to receive a UBI, which was basically free money. Sounds too good to be true, right? That's because it is right. Despite UBI providing for people's basic needs, it segmented society into the rich and the poor, and without work there was no easy way for the poor to climb the social ladder. In addition, society became increasingly dependent on AI. AI itself didn't rule, but like computers in the modern day, society was almost completely reliant on it. As a result, these rich AI and tech companies began to function as veritable shadow governments over most countries in the world. In addition, human genetic modification became increasingly prominent over time, mostly to prevent genetic diseases and give people longer lifespans. However, only the elites could afford this genetic modification for their children, and over time this would result in a lot of social tension.
Commander, you've rained on my glorious parade. For this, I'm sending everything I've got at you. But I won't let you have the satisfaction of catching me. I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
By now, good old Earth had been sending out rocket ships to other planets, the moon, and asteroids. Why? While Earth's resources had not disappeared fully, they had gotten harder to access and asteroid mining had begun to become profitable. In addition, the nations of Earth also wanted to form colonies in space for prestige, as well as to compete with other nations. Living on Mars, however, was not always easy. Its distance from Earth, its barren landscape, and isolation from friends and family meant that living on Mars sucked. Here's a brief visual to show you what I mean. Ah, shit!